And of course, then Marsh has the base running mistake and gets doubled off and whatever. Fine, but that's the thing. Like,
I tell you, I don't even understand. I know, like, you're trying to keep out of a double play. Like, I'm not starting the runner there. Like, I just have so many problems with this team right now.
Yeah. So the reason that they're doing it is they feel like if you hit the ball on the ground, you'll at least tie the game.
Yeah.
That's the only reason they're doing it. But it is 3-1, the count. Like, it's a hitter's count. You know they don't want to wipe you.
That's my problem.
Yeah. It to me, it's there's nothing wrong with having that thought process going into the at-bat. Right? Like, going into the at-bat, you're sitting there, okay, Garcia's walking up to the plate. All right, we got first and third. Don't want him to hit into a double play because the tying run's at third base. So if he hits the ball on the ground, let's get that runner moving. Okay, fine. But once you're at 3-1, you're like, all right, let's get away with it. Let's get away from this. Let's not do this. Now, who knows if that was still a call from the dugout, if that was still third base coach giving that sign, if Marsh went on his own. Like, we don't know, right? But yeah, like, in that moment, you should not be going. Even still, it's not like Brandon Marsh slid into second base. As soon as that ball's hit in the air, Brandon Marsh has to turn and look, see where it's at.
Look, yeah, this is baseball 101.
Listen to your coaches and get back to the bag, and he doesn't get doubled off. Not that. So then you start to
have questions about this stuff. Like that. That's obviously a blunder. You know, the mechanics of that are totally off. We'll talk about the Bryce Harper thing in a minute. But then this goes back to the question of accountability, right? This is one of the things that people love to talk about in this city. Like, oh, it's Sleepy Rob, and Rob doesn't hold anyone accountable. And like, how does that get addressed? Or does Rob say, well, Brandon, you know better than that? Like, can they even afford to do that? Like, can they afford to enact some type of punishment? Like, this is the thing, right? Like, I've been trying to find the right way to say this, and I've had a hard time articulating it. But, like, when you look at some of the problems that this team has had over the course of time, and every year is different, but I think people are just so on edge and so to the brink of, like, these same, like, lackadaisical mental lapses, going through the motions, and then the way that you hear Rob talk after the game, it's like everyone's ready to rip their hair out, and Rob's like, well, you can't do that. We know. I just think that everyone is just so tired of this. This was the fear, I think, when you talk about this team in January. Like, teams go through ups and downs, but I just think that the tolerance and the willingness to accept the ebbs and flows of baseball, everyone's fed up. Like, we're all at a boiling point with this shit. Like, seriously. Like,
yeah, I hear you, but that's what fans are supposed to be, right? Bob, here's the thing. Like,
but here's the thing also,
because I think you know this. I think you know that there are meetings that are held behind closed doors that are far more intense than what they put on camera, right?
But here's the problem. There's no question. I certainly believe that over the course of time, Rob has chewed out players, and that there have been meetings, and there have been, what the hell are we doing? You got to be better. If you ever do that, like, it's not that I don't think that stuff occurs. It's just that nothing ever seems to change. Like, well, can I be annoyed? Can I be annoyed that this team looks so friggin' disinterested after 15
100%.
games? Because, like, if there were ever a team, like, I know that they won 95 games, 94, 96, 97 games, and they've gotten bounced from the playoffs, and we can all do this, like, call me in October stuff, but this team should have some edge. This team should be pissed off. This team should be dialed in. I feel like that this team, if Bryce Harper is sitting there saying, like, I'm not elite, I'm about to show you, like, should everyone feed off of that and say, like, let's go shut everyone up, show that we are still this team, that we're not too old, that it's not the same old crap. But instead, it looks exactly. You say it's not this. That these years are different. To me, it looks exactly the same. It looks exactly the same to me. With some promise in center field for the first time in 15 years.
Yeah, there are a couple things that they've let rot too long. third base is a problem.
We'll get there because
yeah.
Let's do the Harper thing first. Look, here's my thing about the Bryce Harper play. It was ridiculous. It was selfish. It was stupid.
Yep.
It was ridiculous. And then Kevin Stocker, to his credit, did you hear his call on the radio?
No, I did not.
I mean, he was like, okay, base hit up the middle.
Watching it on
Bryce
TV.
takes a hard turnaround first, and he is out by 5 feet at second base. Like, that can't happen. He says it right away. And like, it's obvious, right? Like, let's bypass the obvious. What might not be so obvious? I'll give you an alternative spin to this. Someone's like, well, what the hell is he doing? I'm like, well, it's super selfish, and he's done this a million times, and we know that, and he was sniffing too, and he wants to pump the stats and all those things. I don't think it was that. You know what I think it was? I think he knows that this offense utterly blows, and what's hitting behind him is completely inept. And he said, I'm going to try to make something happen here. A little bit for myself, but a little bit because nothing else is going on. Nothing else is happening. Let me roll the dice. I still think it's idiotic. It's super, super selfish. And for as much as like that hustle play, if it pays off, can fire the team up and ignite the team, it can also do the exact opposite. A play like that is totally deflating to the other 26 guys in the dugout. That play happens. You think anyone's saying like, hell yeah, Bryce, I like the hustle. No, they're all looking at each other going, okay, that's Bryce.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. There's no defending that play. And I didn't like his answer when he was asked about it either. Yeah, I wasn't there yesterday. I was off yesterday, but saw the replay of it, the video of it, and was like, yeah, that's not a good enough answer. Like, take ownership for it. Like, he didn't take ownership for it. He talked about trying to make a play, like exactly what you said. Like, and I'm like, that's not justification. And you know, for people who want to criticize Rob said he was wrong. Rob's never going to kill a guy publicly, but he said the play was wrong.
It was egregiously wrong. I mean, it wasn't a tweener. It's good defensive outfield.
No, it was a single and should have stayed a single. Like 100%. Now, I know a lot of people are criticizing him for the other base running play. As we point out, as Noah Mellons points out, Bryce made 2 boneheaded base running errors for a 13-year veteran. The other one is not. And do you know why it was not a base running mistake on the other one?
Go ahead.
First and third, ground ball, and he gets caught in the rundown.
Yeah.
Because you don't want the double play there, right? So you want to give a hitter another opportunity. You get at least a runner to second base, so they're still in scoring position, so a single can still score the run. You don't just stand there and let the double play happen. That's why that one's not a boneheaded base running mistake. It's one of those ones where you go, oh well, this sucks, but that's not. They're strategically he strategically was doing the right thing. It sucks from a visual perspective of watching the game as a fan. You're mad, you're frustrated 100%, but within the game of baseball, that's the right decision. So I don't criticize Bryce for that one. I think there were 2 base running errors yesterday. Bryce's single, completely 100% awful. And Brandon Marsh, just lack of awareness of what's going on in the 3-1 count to Garcia. Those are the 2 that end up costing the Phillies. They end up costing them.